Imagine finding your dream home, a perfect place to raise your family. You move in, excited for a new chapter, only to discover you're not alone. Something sinister was already there, waiting. This isn't just a movie plot. This was the terrifying reality for the Smurl family. In 1973, after a devastating flood destroyed their home, Jack and Janet Smurl, along with their 4 daughters and Jack's parents, found a duplex on Chase Street in West Pittston, Pennsylvania. It seemed like a godsend, a chance to rebuild. But soon after moving in, their dream turned into a living nightmare. It started small, almost dismissible. Strange noises in the dead of night, fleeting dark shadows in their peripheral vision, and a foul, unexplainable odor that would permeate the house without warning. Stains would mysteriously appear on the walls and carpets, and no matter how many times Janet scrubbed them away, they'd always return. Soon the activity escalated from strange to unsettling. Electrical appliances would turn on and off by themselves, seemingly with a mind of their own. Kitchen drawers would slide open with a slam, and disembodied voices would whisper from empty rooms. The family dog, once playful, became terrified, and one day, the family claims it was violently thrown against a wall by an invisible force. The Smurls were living in a constant state of fear, trying to rationalize the irrational. They were a devout Catholic family, trying to make sense of a world that was rapidly falling apart around them. Then the phenomena turned from unsettling to outright violent. The unseen entity began to focus its aggression on the family members. Janet reported being levitated off her bed and violently thrown across the room. She would find deep, painful scratches on her body with no memory of how they got there. The attacks weren't just physical, they were deeply personal and invasive. Jack claimed to have been sexually assaulted by a demonic, shadowy figure on multiple occasions. Their daughters saw apparitions, including a dark mass that would crawl along the ceiling. The terror was no longer confined to the house. Neighbors started reporting hearing blood-curdling screams and loud banging coming from the Smurl home. But when police arrived to investigate, they found the family safe, but terrified, with no intruder in sight. Desperate, the Smurls turned to their faith. A priest came to bless the home, but instead of bringing peace, it was like throwing gasoline on a fire. The paranormal activity exploded, becoming more frequent and more violent than ever before. By 1986, the Smurl family was at their breaking point. They had exhausted all local resources and felt completely abandoned. In a final desperate plea for help, they contacted the most famous paranormal investigators in the world, Ed and Lorraine Warren. The Warrens, known for their work on the Amityville haunting and later immortalized in the Conjuring films, traveled to West Pittston. They immediately recognized the signs of a powerful, inhuman entity. Ed Warren claimed to have captured chilling electronic voice phenomena, or EVPs, of a demonic voice taunting the family. He and others witnessed a black, shadowy mass moving through the house, a formless entity that seemed to radiate pure malice. Lorraine, a gifted clairvoyant, described the feeling in the house as suffocating. The presence of a demonic force so strong it smelled like sulfur. With the Warrens' involvement, the Catholic Church became more formally involved, authorizing several exorcisms on the house. Priests performed the ancient rites, praying for the entity to be cast out. According to the Smurls, these rituals would provide temporary relief, a few days or weeks of blessed silence, but the peace never lasted. The entity, they claimed, would always return, often with renewed fury, as if angered by the attempts to expel it. The family was trapped in a relentless cycle of terror and fleeting hope. Their story was no longer a private family matter. It was about to explode into the national spotlight. The constant torment and lack of a permanent solution led the Smurls and the Warrens to a difficult decision. They went public. In 1986, in collaboration with journalist Robert Curran, they released a book titled The Haunted: One Family's Nightmare. The book detailed every terrifying event, from the strange smells to the violent physical and sexual assaults. Suddenly, the Smurl family's private hell was front-page news. They appeared on popular television shows like People Are Talking and the iconic series Unsolved Mysteries, sharing their harrowing story with millions of captivated and horrified viewers. The media attention was a double-edged sword. It brought them support, but also intense scrutiny and ridicule. In 1991, their story was adapted into a chilling made-for-TV movie, also called The Haunted, which brought their terrifying experience to an even wider audience, solidifying their case as one of the most famous hauntings in American history. After 15 years of relentless terror, in 1989, the Smurl family finally gave up. They couldn't take it anymore. They packed their belongings and moved out of the house on Chase Street, leaving behind the source of their torment. As soon as they left, they claimed the activity stopped. They finally found the peace they had been praying for over a decade. But what about the house? The subsequent residents who moved into the duplex reported absolutely nothing out of the ordinary. No strange noises, no foul odors, no apparitions. The house was quiet. This led many to question the Smurl's story. Skeptics like Paul Kurtz from the Committee for Skeptical Inquiry suggested that the entire haunting was a product of psychological stress, perhaps brought on by the flood and financial difficulties. They argued it was a case of mass hysteria, not a supernatural event. So, what really happened in that house on Chase Street? Was the Smurl family truly tormented by a powerful demonic entity for 15 years? Were Ed and Lorraine Warren right? And did they witness a genuine battle between good and evil? Or was it all a cry for help, a shared delusion born from stress and desperation? The Smurl haunting remains one of the most chilling and hotly debated cases in paranormal history. The family has always stood by their story, and those who witnessed the events firsthand swear they were real. To this day, there are no definitive answers, leaving us with a disturbing question. What if they were telling the truth? Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the terrifying case of the Smurl family haunting. What do you believe happened? Let me know your theories in the comments below. And if you enjoy exploring the dark and mysterious, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more strange and unsettling stories. Stay safe and see you next time.